Here's what you need: frozen spinach, mayonnaise, vegetable soup mix, dry, cream cheese, Greek yogurt, sour cream, fresh spinach, artichokes, optional, something to dip, either pretzels or bread, and a half cup of all of the ingredients. Here we go. So we're going to start with our frozen spinach. I have half a pack here, and you just want to take it out of the package and put it into a bowl that you could put in the microwave. Now, if yours is like mine, it's going to be a little bit freezer burnt, and that's okay. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and stick it in the microwave. I put it in for 1 minute to start, and then when I come back, I'm going to start to put together the dip. So I'm going to start with the mayonnaise, and then I have a little trick for you. Here you go. There's the mayonnaise. I'm going to use half a cup. Super simple. Now, you could do it like this, which is a little bit tricky to squeeze the bottle with one hand. So here's what I end up doing usually. I put the measuring cup in the bowl and then use 2 hands to squeeze. Squeeze that mayonnaise. It's kind of gross. It's totally fine though. Dump that in the bowl. Pay no attention to my wicked dry hands. Next up, we are going to add the vegetable soup mix. Now, the reason why I add this right now is because I really want to make sure that that mix is all throughout the dip. And if you were to add all of the wet ingredients and then add the dip, it's hard to know if every bite of the dip is going to have the flavor of the soup. And really, the soup is the flavor profile. Next up is the cream cheese. You're going to take your spoon, or what I do is I just take the measuring cup and I stick it in there and grab the cream cheese. Don't mind that little bit of water. That's very normal for cream cheese. So you're going to take that and dump it in. I know that looks kind of gross, but I promise you this is going to be delicious. That's what it looks like. And you're going to mix it up. So the cream cheese is going to be a little bit harder to mix than the mayo, which is totally normal. So once you feel like that's incorporated, you're going to grab your Greek yogurt and make sure it's plain. Nobody wants vanilla flavoring in their spinach dip. So, take your Greek yogurt and your measuring cup, and you can stick it right on in there and dump that in the bowl. Make sure to get a little bit on the outside of the bowl because, you're not really cooking unless you're a little bit messy. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, why did you stick that measuring cup in there now? Because my Greek yogurt is reserved for dip. Plus, COVID is a thing and I can't make dip for my friends. So this is just for me and my husband. So I'm not too worried about it. Mix that all up. And the reason why I like Greek yogurt is because it's a little bit thick. It's got a little bit of a tang to it. Now, you could also use Greek yogurt or you can add a little bit of sour cream. So take your sour cream, and sour cream always generally has water on the top. Just get that out of there. And then go in, grab your half cup, stick it in the bowl, and then, you're going to have to scrape it out because it's not just going to come out nicely for you. We're cooking real here, guys. Actually, we're not really cooking. We're just mixing. Okay. Mix that all together. And it's going to kind of look, I don't really know what to say that color is. It's not white. It's not really beige. But you can tell that every bit has touched that dry soup mix. Go grab your spinach, put it in some paper towel, and then squeeze that spinach. Really squeeze it, get all of the water out. I actually did some previous to this, but I forgot to press play on my camera. So take your spinach that is dry now, and you're going to put it in with the rest of the stuff. What you're going to do now is you're going to mix all of that together. You want to break up the spinach, no matter what spinach it is. If it's chopped spinach or whole frozen spinach, it's always going to look like this. Okay? Now, it doesn't look like very much, but again, if you remember, I only had half of a pack of the spinach. So I'm going to be adding fresh spinach to this as well. There it is. Yum. Baby spinach is really perfect for this. And all I do is I just fill it to the top of the bowl. And it looks like a lot of spinach, but it's all going to get incorporated. So take your spoon, get a good look at my arm there, and you're going to mix it all in. This takes some elbow grease, guys. Mix it all in. And you can see that there's substance to this dip, and that, like, just watching it right now makes my mouth water because I know how good this is. And even like people that don't even like spinach, they're going to like this dip. If you don't call it spinach dip, they're going to eat this dip and love this dip. Now you can stop right here and put it in the fridge for 2 hours and it'll be perfect. Or you can add some artichoke hearts. I had a can of artichoke hearts in my cupboard just waiting to be used for my spinach dip. So this one's awesome. It has a pop top and you want to drain the water that's inside there. Make sure you drain it really, really good. You don't want any of that water. Your dip is perfect the way it is. So see that? You get all the water out. And then bring out your artichokes. Now, if you've never seen an artichoke, I'm going to show you what they look like. They can be kind of tight, like this one, like a rose almost, and that's the end of it. But they can also look kind of like this, a little bit squished, a little bit wonky. Either way, they're going to be delicious. You take a knife, you slice through just like that, and then you can chop it from the bottom. I find it's a lot easier because it's attached at the base, right? And just a rough chop. And you're going to stick all of those in your dip. Yum. If you don't know what an artichoke tastes like, honestly, artichoke I find doesn't have too much of a flavor. It's more of a texture thing. It just adds, again, a little bit extra to the dip. And there's just something about the spinach and the artichoke together that's perfect. So you can see here, it's looking super good, but I actually have a couple more artichokes in the can, and I just decided to use them because I don't have artichokes on the menu for my week, so I'll just put it in the dip. And what's nice about this dip too is that I can send it to work with Darren with carrots or pretzels or whatever, and they'll be delicious. So these ones are still quite wet, and I'm going to take some paper towel, give them a bit of a squeeze just to get out that excess water. And then you're just going to, once again, chop them up just roughly. You don't need to get them super small because as you're mixing them up, they kind of break down as well. I mean, that's just what they do. It's super, super rough chop. And then you're just going to take all of those, add them in. There they are. Now, mix it really, really good. The more you mix it, the better it will be, because in every bite of this dip, you're going to get a little bit of the artichoke, the spinach, the cream cheese, the sour cream, the Greek yogurt, and that soup mix. So you're going to want to take a little spoonful, make sure there's a little bit of something on, a little something from everything on the spoon. Take a bite, realize it's delicious, then pick your vessel. So I'm using these cute little pretzels I got from Costco. And to me, these look kind of like a skull, like a skeleton. So you take it, you dip it in just at the base, and there's your skeleton puke. He looks like he's puking, and you're gonna eat it. Ready? Here we go. Oh my gosh, you guys, I did a happy dance. That's how good it is. If you're making this for a large group or a large party, feel free to double it, but make sure you have a big enough bowl so that when you add in the fresh spinach, you have lots of area to mix. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video and share it if you think somebody else would like it. Bye!